the end of a long, painful week, Shirley Sherrod has been offered a new job with the USDA's Office of Civil Rights and Community Outreach. But she's still considering, and who can blame her? In an interview on Good Morning America, Sherrod said Thursday that she wasn't ready to accept Agriculture Secretary Tom Vilsack's job offer yet. She said she wanted to hear more from the secretary and his boss. She wants to know, in particular, that the president is fully behind her. I would hope that he is, she said. I would love to talk with him. Well, that's just about where we're at. Yesterday in our studio, Harry Belafonte noted that we don't have a national conversation about race. We have a confrontation. People from different races still don't know one another, as he put it in an interview with Color Lines. Quote, "The person from whom you're thinking of taking life or land, have you heard their story? Have you sung their song?" While the race and redbaiting by the right is the most obvious crime in the Sherrod story, the question of who believes whom and why comes next. It may even be a bigger problem. After all, it's only because of misplaced trust that the baiting works. Tom Vilsack, in his apology to Sherrod Wednesday, said he didn't think before calling for her resignation. But that's not quite true. He did think, and he chose to believe the baiters first. That's the first problem. Why did they, not she, win his first gut-level confidence? Melissa Harris-Lacewell pointed out on MSNBC Wednesday night, had Vilsack known Sherrod's story better, he'd have known that her father was shot in the back by a white farmer when she was 17, that she had history with the civil rights movement, that her husband worked with the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee, and he'd have known of her own involvement with a lawsuit recently settled representing black farmers long dispossessed as part of the post-Reconstruction backlash against emancipated blacks in this country. If he'd understood those things, if they'd resonated, he'd have known they made her a perfect target. If he'd known that and felt it, there's a chance that even at the gut level, he'd have heard an echo of past baiting, a fabrication, not a fact. Indeed, if the entire USDA had felt that history and known it, they perhaps wouldn't have dragged their mostly white feet for so long in getting black farmers justice. Eric Holder was right. We're still a nation of cowards on the issue of race. But here, right now, is another opportunity to grapple with it. We don't need a debate over whether we're post-racial. Clearly, that's settled. As is the matter of whether the Fox channel is a journalistic enterprise. What we need now is what Sherrod's asking for from the president: time to talk. We need true conversation that starts with learning one another's histories, not the whitewashed sort that Texas and Arizona textbooks want to teach, but our real histories, all of ours, and why they matter. It's not just a question for the president. It's our question, too. Do we as a nation have Sherrod's back?